everybody and welcome to our first mukbang. Today's subject is going to be on consumerism.
Stop! I want to get off!
So remember, stop
I want to get off.
with Anne and Dave. Okay, so we haven't done a mukbang before, so this is a trial for us, so we'll see where it takes us.
But it's the only time you'll have me fairly quiet because I am eating, so I don't say much.
So I've made this beautiful pasta. It's an organic pasta. And I've put together some vegetables and I've made my own pasta sauce with a cashew base, and I'll link the recipe below, or you can see the recipe on my Facebook. So how does it taste, dear?
Bloody beautiful as usual. It's nice being the crash test dummy with Anne because I get to eat all this stuff. But anyway, to the main topic. Consumerism. Well, as you all know, that we've been basically all bred into consumerism as from kids all the way through life. You're basically taught how to buy. I mean, you just look at the ads nowadays. We went past a McDonald's today and we noticed that all their signage around the place is all aimed at the kids. It's even got TV screens down to child level where they've got little videos and stuff playing, and basically it's all about come to us and buy our food. You know what I mean? And the continual bombardment of you buy something and the next minute's, oh no, you don't want that because that's old, we want something new and all that sort of stuff, and you continually keep buying and buying and buying.
Yeah. They've got us well trained.
Yeah, you just keep buying. You're trained to long for something, and then when you get it, they then go along and tell you, no, that you don't want that model because that's old, you need new now, and they continually keep bashing at you to go along and buy something new.
And then you see, like, what really annoys me is these end of year sales, New Year's sales, all that sort of stuff. It's actually laughable.
Easter sales, Christmas sales.
Yeah. When you sort of wake up to what's going on, it's really laughable. You see all these people for months and months walking around buying gifts for people that don't really need what they're buying for them. They don't know what to buy for them. And they spend all that money leading up to something, say, like Christmas. And then after Christmas, they have the New Year's sale. And they all bombard the shops again to get the bargain. And I've never understood that. As well as giving gifts. To me, you give a gift that's special to a person for a particular reason. Not because society tells you, oh, it's Christmas, you've got to buy everybody a gift. It's Easter, you've got to buy everybody a gift. And we know, like, when all the Christmas stuff is cleared out of the big conglomerates, all the Easter stuff starts appearing months and months before Easter's even here. So to us, it's all just commercialism, and we don't buy into it anymore.
No, we've never been ones for keeping up with the Joneses, as they would say, you know, continually buying the latest gear. I mean, we've only just recently upgraded our iPhones. Ours were at least 6 models or so old, and basically we only recently bought them because it's very difficult to see the screens nowadays, so I wanted a bigger screen.
Yeah, so we can't read the words.
So we basically just upgraded for that reason. But other than that, we have no interest in keeping up with anybody. All I want to do is keep up with Anne.
Well, that's a thing, isn't it? But the other thing too, like with the phone, we needed a newer phone because of the camera benefits of that, because we are doing a lot of filming now, and the bigger camera does help us. But we'll probably hang on to those phones for quite a long time. So, yeah, we don't go into fashion, we don't go into any of that. So we're sort of halfway there. And with our plans now to declutter, we're not really purchasing anything unless it's really, really necessary.
We actually now sit back and think about, is this beneficial for us before we actually buy it? I mean, I'm not talking about buying food and stuff like that. That's irrelevant. I'm meaning as in when you're buying a product of some form, you've got to stop and think about, is that beneficial to me? Is that what I really need in my life? Because don't forget, if you listen to mainstream media, all they want you to do is continually consume. That's how the whole cycle keeps going. And the problem we have is that there's so many people on the planet now, the amount of rubbish we consume and produce, how much rubbish we produce by continually buying and throwing away, buying and throwing away, buying and throw away. It's just getting to a point where we're going to have more rubbish than we have people.
Yeah, and you go to these fast food chains and they all have these little plastic toys for the kids. And most kids like playing with a box, don't they? You know, they like the box or just something very simple. And now you've got this generation of kids that want, and they want the best toy, and they even get teased at school and stuff like that because they haven't got the latest and greatest toy. That's sad. I mean, when we were kids, we used to play in the street. We used to play cricket in the street. We used to climb trees, you know, make mud pies.
Yeah.
But now they're all walking around with these little screens in front of them, and they're all playing their little games and asking mum and dad for the latest gadget, you know? I mean, our family never had a phone. Let alone me as a child having a phone. That's just outrageous if you think about it.
I mean, like now, we just saw the other day, it was on selling to the public, basically. And it was saying now, because most children from the age of 3 upwards has access to some form of media, as in like an iPad or a phone or whatever. So now they're saying that once upon a time they used to push their advertisement to the mother to make her feel like she had to buy this gift for the child. Well, nowadays they actually bypass the parents altogether and go straight to the child. So they bombard the child with this stuff, and of course, if you know what most kids do nowadays, the tantrums they truck until they get what they want. It's wrong in this avenue that they're forcing people to buy stuff that they don't require. Kids don't require all this garbage. I had none of that stuff and had an absolute ball in life. And I actually do know how to look up and take notice of what's going on around in my life. You don't need to consume everything on the planet. Simple as that.
Kids don't need things. They need the love of their parents.
Love.
They need time with their parents. And because the parents are going out to work all the time and spending all their time making money so they can buy their kids things, if they step back and simplify their life and spend more time with their children, educating them on the planet, on the earth, on how to eat properly and all that sort of stuff,
quality time,
it'd be a much better place. And the kids, they're just crying out for the love and the attention of their parents.
Don't get us wrong. I mean, I've done it in the past too, where you used to get your children and stick them in front of the idiot box just to get them to watch something so you could go on and get stuff done. But it's now getting to the point now where it's gone beyond that, where, you know, I don't think it's actually right for them to actually push all their advertisement to the child. I mean, how do you feel about that? Comment below. Let us know how you feel about how salespeople, what do you call it? What's the term? Advertising companies advertise directly to the children and bypass the parent. I mean, that's a bit underhanded in my viewpoints. They should not be able to do that.
But really, if we're thinking about, because me and Dave are right into the environment, and it's so wrong for the environment. We just turned into these machines that work and consume, work and consume, work and consume. Well, we all need to step back. We need to redefine what we want on this planet. We need to start simplifying life and simplifying where we live and how we live and how we interact with our community. Because I don't know anybody where I live. You know what I mean? And at Christmas Day, you don't see any children out on the streets. You don't see anybody. They're all in their little houses, in their little lives, just trying to pay the bills, trying to keep up, when it's not really necessary. Because if you wake up with Ann and Dave, or follow us along, you're going to find that, oh, that's not necessary.
Well, you don't need to really kill yourself to try and keep up with what society is telling you with what you need. There's huge movements around. People are stopping now and actually looking at what's really going on around them and wondering, why the hell do I feel so stuffed? Why do I feel so worn out and tired? I don't have time to be with my children. All this sort of stuff. You used to have one parent used to work and the other used to be at home with the children. Nowadays, for most people to survive, they've got to have both parents. Hey, you may as well throw the kids in as well, because hell, they need demanding so much stuff you don't have any time to do anything. So I mean, when you really think about it, we all need to stop and evaluate what we feel is the correct way our life should be.
Yeah.
Should we be giving our kids all this electronic junk and toys and stuff like that, or should we actually stop and spend time with them, kicking a ball in the park, just being with them and absorbing what they are and what they want to be?
And it's the same with your relatives, your parents and your siblings and your friends. You know, go spend time with them, have a coffee, catch up, go camping with them or something, you know, have a life. Don't have, like, we're basically workers. We just work, we're just stuck in this continual cycle. And if you look at our little friend from Thailand, his speech was just wonderful and it's worth watching.
TED Talk, is that the one you mean?
Yeah, we'll show you a little clip now, and the link to the whole talk is below.
I was born in a poor village from the northeastern of Thailand. When I was a kid, everything is fun and easy. But when the TV came, many people came to the village, they said, "You are poor." I start to question a lot. When I work hard, why my life is so hard? In the school, cannot have a house. Because people who clever than me, who get number one in the class every year, they spend, even they get a good job, but they need to work more than 30 years to have a house. But for me, who cannot finish university, how can I have a house? Hopeless for people who have low education like me. But when I start to do earth and building, it's so easy. I spend 2 hours per day, 5 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock in the morning. 2 hours per day. And 3 months, I got a house. And another friend who's the most clever in the class, he spent 3 months to build his house too, but he had to be in debt. He had to pay his debt 30 years. So compared to him, I have 29 years and 10 months of free time. And after that, I keep building house every year, at least one house a year. Now, I have no money, but I have many houses. My problem is tonight, which house I'm going to sleep.
Okay, so the other thing too is with consumerism, we're all taught to spend 30 years paying for a house, right? And as you've just seen in that little bit of a clip, a house isn't difficult to build. We're just doing everything the wrong way, and it's all because of the big conglomerates, the big pharma, the big food, the big whatever.
All the rules and regulations.
Yeah. So if you also have a look at New Earth, where they're starting to build more communities where people are contributing and consuming less stuff. Because if everybody in the world consumes the way we consume in the West, we're done.
Yep, and we'll put the website below. It's actually, I think it's called New Earth
Project or Nation.
New Earth Nation, it's called now.
Yeah.
But that just in short, that's another thing. It's just we're just asking everybody to actually stop and just think about what you're buying and what you're consuming. Do you really need it? Because we are getting fast into the area of no return with the resources where it just can't cope with all this. So we just need to kind of cut back a little bit and take life a little bit easier.
Take your life back, in other words.
Yeah, take your life back and stop being controlled by all the media and everything else. Anyway, if you've got any ideas, any things you'd like to ask us about or any comments, please put them below.
Yeah, tell us what you think about consumerism.
Yeah, and we can all sort of work it out. If you want something else to talk about or something like that, any other subjects, let us know and just put them in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up as usual.
Yeah. And spend money on experiences. Spend money on spending time with people.
Exactly.
Not on things. You can't take the things with you, but you can take the memories. So create memories with what you have.
Yeah, that's much better. Actually take the money and then spend time with your children or your family, your parents, whatever. Get out there and enjoy life. Be in life.
Yeah. So anyway, is that the end of our first mukbang?
I think so.
We'll still soldier on through this amount of food.
I'm nearly done, so yeah, no, that was really good. It was great talking to you guys. Let us know how you feel, like I said, comments below.
So remember, you're never too old
for change.
Bye.
Stop!
I want to get off!
No, in front of my seat, taking up my stuff. That's it, I've had enough.